Thank you.
Should let him use you.
It better be good. No, but good afternoon, everybody. I'm very excited to be up here with y'all. I've learned so much, a lot more than I wanted to dealing with Jesse. When I tell you he's not for everybody, he's not for everybody.
That's true.
But truthfully, I've been contemplating this message since, thanks to Jay Jordan, since he said it to me. And one thing that's really been present to me after I did my research, I looked through the Bible, was the process. Now, I know we hear about the process a lot, and I know you hear, oh, you're going to go through a storm, and then after your storm, your blessing is going to come. That's what your mind thinks at least. Philonda had to tell me a long time ago that you can just take a little blue pill, don't say nothing, y'all, and all your problems will be resolved, because it doesn't necessarily work that way. But truthfully, what I want to talk about is what God got me calling it is the 3 a.m. process. And it's because if you go outside at midnight, true, it's dark, but if you go outside at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's a lot darker. And also, you would think that with 3 o'clock in the morning, it'll be kind of silent, and because the busyness of the day has, quiet down and things like that. But truthfully, if you actually listen, it's a lot louder at 3 o'clock in the morning due to the fact that what I would call natural sounds is what you hear. The day has died. People are supposed to be in bed, but if you live in Atlanta or Brooklyn or Miami, or I don't know how y'all live in Ohio, but places like that, it don't never really be quiet. But in normal places, it's quiet at 3 o'clock. You think it's quiet at 3 in the morning. But if you truly listen, you will actually hear the sounds of animals, wildlife, everything that God intended for you to truly hear at that time of the day. And so is the same with you and your soul and your inner self. So how I'm going to break this down is a couple of ways. One, when you're going through your 3 a.m. process, I know for myself, you tend to think you're the only one going through it. You think that, oh, I'm by myself, and oh, can't nobody compare. So God brought this revelation to me a little while ago. And he said it to me, it came just like this. Is when I've done plenty of things in my life that I'm not proud of, and Lord, my dad can be a witness, and my friend can be a witness. I've done plenty of things in my life I'm not proud of. I guarantee you, God is sitting up in heaven with his angels, sitting on his throne next to Jesus, looking like, y'all see Jessica right there? She over there acting a fool. But little did she know, she finna meet somebody named Philonda, who done did that way worse, like 10 to 20 years ago. And I still forgave her, so I'm gonna forgive Jessica. So I don't want y'all to ever think you're by yourself. I don't ever want you to think that you are, how do I want to word it properly? So unique in your sin that God has never seen it before. Don't ever think that you're so original that God has never seen your sin before. Because you're not. Because you're not original in your sin. I promise you. I've done things everybody does things that they are not proud of. I think he said, if I'm not mistaken, David was an adulterer. Moses didn't listen. There's been a couple of people in the Bible. So I don't want you to think that you're the only one. But also, I don't want you to think that when you're going through your storm, I do want you to understand the point of your storm is to wash away all the people that are not meant for you. Is meant to wash away people that are not meant for you. It's meant to wash away people that are not for you, people that you have conditioned yourself to please because they don't seem to understand who you truly are. I could only use me, but once I finally got out of my comfort zone and left my past behind, God blessed me with so many people that actually loved me. I didn't have to pretend no more. I didn't have to wear a mask. Trust me, I tried to wear a mask with Philonda and Jesse, and it don't work. Kyla too, I've been wearing masks for years, and they saw straight through my mask. Day one, February 22nd, the day I walked through these doors. They saw straight through my mask. So don't think that you have to hide who you are because you want people to love you. Because when you, be quiet. When you actually become who you're supposed to be in Jesus and God, people will love you for who you are. I have never had so much love than what I felt in this room in my life. My dad loved me, as I call him my old man. He can't stand the title. But I call him that because he was the first, besides Jesus, he was the first in that loved me. He's the one I hold all my standards to now, because I done been through some people. But he's the first person I hold all my standards to. So I know love just like I know here I have no unconditional love. I could act a fool, I could mess up. They're going to tell me about myself, but, because Jesse is notorious for it, but they're going to love me still. So I don't want you to think that you're alone. And I don't want you to think you have to pretend to be somebody else, because God needs your undivided attention. So I took this, I'm not going to lie, I took this from a different pastor, but I'm going to use it. And he said, God needs your undivided attention because in order to manifest publicly, there has to be some transformation privately. Come on! So I could use that in my own life because Lord knows 4 years ago, no, scratch that, a year and a half ago, you would not have seen me up here, let alone holding a whole 15-minute service. It's not funny, y'all. But I have transformed and I have changed. I can truly, I've asked Jesse, I've called him plenty of times for wanted to. I don't see no growth. I don't see no transformation. And I'm not even afraid to be up here, nor am I nervous anymore to be up here talking to y'all. Be quiet, don't say nothing. Janelle, come get your pastor. It's too early for this. But also, like I said, you must transform privately to manifest in public. If you want to utilize the Bible, because I know we are in church, and I can't just talk about me. You could actually use Joseph in that scenario. So Joseph had to go through a bunch of different trials to get to be where he was at the time. And how you may look at it is, oh, he got sold to slavery. Oh, he was, his master's wife was, some other words we're not going to use in church. And he got thrown in jail. All because his brothers were jealous of him because he was the golden child. He was daddy's favorite. But Joseph he never held a grudge after his transformation was complete. Because he knew that had he not been sold, had he not got the Potiphar's house, had he not got thrown in jail, he would never got to the Pharaoh. That's right. So it all took those steps to be there. Yeah. But one thing I have learned, and after I watched a couple of movies and read some books, is that God can provide you with everything you need. He can provide you with everything you need. He can provide you with all the doors, all the money. But one thing God won't do, he will not take that step for you. That's the truth. You got to take the step yourself. Wow. So if you're not ready to take that step, then all that other work that happened behind you was useless. So I learned that as well. And through learning through my 3 a.m. process that I'm going through myself. And it's more like 4:45 right now, but it's still like yeah, my daybreak gonna be here in a little bit. And the funny thing is, I had to learn that also through my daughter. So for y'all who don't know, my little empress, as I call her, Kayleen, between her and my dad, they actually helped me through a process on my own. And they said the same thing, pretty much within 5 minutes of each other. I can't forget if I wanted to. So I was crying about my ex and all that good stuff. Daddy told me that it's okay. Sometimes what you go through is not for you. It's for somebody else. Ironically, Kayleen said the same thing to me literally 5 minutes later. She called me and was like, Mommy, stop crying. It's going to be all right. We going to be okay. And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, it's going to be all right. We going to be okay. You looking at it as, oh, the relationship didn't work out. I'm looking at it as, you went through something, so I ain't got to go through it later. Yeah. So you got to remember, sometimes you go through stuff, and your destiny may be to be great and to have a great business. But your destiny also might not fall in line with how you want to fall in line. It may fall in line that you're going through all this stuff so that people behind you don't have to go through it. Yeah. Again, if you want to use the word, Jesus' whole purpose of coming down to earth was to die on the cross. That was his whole purpose. Yes, he did wonderful things. He did miracles while he was here. But his whole entire destiny was to die on the cross for our sin. Right. Your destiny isn't always for you. It is for other people. That's right. Yeah. Right. So my time is kind of wrapping up here. And so as I stated, he will not take the step for you. He will not walk through those doors, but he can open every door under the sun. He give you millions and millions of dollars, all million kinds of contracts. But if you sit there in your 3 a.m. and cry, what if they don't like me? What if they don't this? What if they don't that? You'll never know. God's whole purpose is to give you your right now. The whole bigger picture is for him, not for you. You might not even be in the bigger picture. Your whole purpose is for right here, right now. So I also want to use, like I said, God is committed to making sure you reach your destiny. So another part of the Bible is, you've been talking about Elijah last week. If you use 1 Kings chapter 17, God sent ravens to feed Elijah. He fed him bread, he fed him water, he fed him meat. So you're going to be taken care of, no matter how it goes down. As long as you follow within God's grace and you follow within his plans, you're going to be taken care of. Now, if you go a little bit further in the story, it shows that some people follow, I think his name was Obadiah, I think that's how you pronounce it, and they went and followed him. So they got bread and water, they were fed, but Elijah got bread, meat, and water. So he got way more than what they got. They got the bare essentials, and Elijah got more. To me, that sounds like when people were tripping about the stimulus check that they got, and he was like, oh my God, the money. No, there's no reason to worry about that. There's no reason to stress about that. There's no reason to stress about your job, your status, anything like that. As long as God is in your favor, you are straight. He's going to make sure you're taken care of. There were days where we didn't have things to eat. There were days we didn't know how we were going to pay our rent. But look, we straight. We good. So don't ever trip about your destiny, because it's always within God's hand. All you got to do is follow the path and follow the work. It's not going to be easy. Trust me, it's not going to be easy. And it's not going to be free of pain. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. But one thing, as Jesse always say, is that God don't care about your comfort. He don't care. Who cares about your comfort? But he never told you couldn't say it didn't hurt. He never told you he never told you couldn't say, ouch, it hurts, I'm tired. I posted a whole post on Facebook. Jesus got tired, why can't we? Y'all thinking, oh, I gotta be independent, I gotta carry everything, I'm asleep when I die. No. That's not how it's supposed to go at all. If you're tired, sit back, relax, and be tired. It's okay. So I want to end, because I kind of want to end a little bit early to make sure I was in my time. I want to end with this. Bishop T.D. Jakes said this to me, and it hit me to my soul when he said it. He said, your reward for one challenge is a whole nother challenge. Once you get through one form of your life, it's going to be some challenges after that. You think that once you get married, it's going to be, oh, I'm married, I'm happy, yay. No, if you want to ask for Londa, you can ask for Londa. My dad's been married, my friend is married, I've been married. A whole, 364 days and a half I should have been there. It was not easy. It was horrible. It wasn't horrible what mine was, but it wasn't easy. It's going to be some work, and it's going to be some challenges after that. But, like I said, as long as you follow God's path and you follow what God tells you to do, it's not going to be as hard as if you make it on your own decisions. God did give you an option to make choices. The harder your storm, the worse choices you made. Yeah. But each storm was according to his purpose. So I'm going to wrap up with that. And, yeah.
Amen. Amen. Let's give Sister Jessica a hand clap of praise. Amen. Hallelujah.
Going to another level.